Hello and welcome back to SJ Cartier Limited Convos, and today I'm just going to try to bring a little positive message because it's 7 days now into Ramadan and something happened on my YouTube yesterday that kind of made me smile, and the message I actually gave to the person when they asked the question is something I actually thought everybody kind of needs to hear, whoever you are. And I'll just show you it first. This person right there, let's brighten this screen. Brighten the screen a bit. So as you see here, this is from my 107 charges that I have been arrested for previously in my life. And I kind of, as you see, like we got one of these racist football fans here, Newmark. Yeah, he obviously is not a person that believes in what I'm about to say. He obviously doesn't like to see black people doing well. He likes to think black and Muslims are all a disgrace to England and Britain. So this person here above actually put in the comments yesterday was, "Hi mate, can I ask you a question please? I've lived a mirror life that you have lived. One question please. Where did you get the courage and strength to express your life so equitably? Well done. I'm a bit older than you, but I can relate to exactly what you said. Keep up the good, honest work. Love from Ireland." And that made me smile. But then, obviously, he asked a question, so I have to respond. And I'm going to let you read it. You can go and have a look at the 107 charges, listen to it, and you'll kind of get why I done it and why I actually am even showing you this now. Even showing you like some of the racist comments we'll get from these football fans who want to hide and portray that black, Asian, Muslim people that aren't white British can't do a job or are actually doing a worse job than they actually are. So my response was this, and I'm going to put my face on here now. Right there. You can actually pause it if you want to read the actual message yourself, but I'm going to read it out to you. Honestly, mate, I just remember I have done so much good and so much bad in my life, but so has everyone else. Whether their good actions are bigger or smaller than mine, that takes nothing away from the good I have done. Whether their bad actions were bigger or smaller than mine, I still done bad and need to repent and ask for mercy. When we start to recognize we can't judge others for good, bad actions, we start to realize no one can judge us other than ourselves and the one up above, if you believe. Because obviously some people are religious, some people aren't. If you are religious, then obviously the only people that can judge you if you are religious is you and your God. And then if you aren't religious, the only person that can judge you is yourself. When we remember that daily, it doesn't really matter what we've done before. All that matters is how we feel about it and what we will do to change bad to good or enhance the good we do. To change bad to good or enhance the good that we do. So as you see here, I've lived a colourful life, but I can always say I weren't as bad as some. And even though I lived like this, I still done so much good. This all reminds me the key message daily. Doesn't matter what you've done before, unless it's some PDF type of crime, etc. It only matters how you act afterwards. Or, in a nutshell, accept ourselves before we ask others to accept us, as if we can't look back and forget, how do we expect others to? And the real life of it is, even when I look at that and I looked at the message below, that kind of shows there's a dude there that thinks he's hard, some little Chelsea fan, who really thinks he can kind of tell me that, look down on me, and I've seen him, I've got a picture of him, I know what he looks like, I know where he supports, I know the club he goes to go and play his training for, or whatever he does coaching. So for me, it's like you're judging me, but you're here trying to put down a standard black businessman. You're trying to do fake propaganda on his Google business profile to make him seem worse than he is, to actually make money. Now, for me, Should I ever feel judged by someone who can't even see his own mistakes or things that he's doing wrong? Because as you see, even in the video where I showed all my reviews and showed where they have come from and showed you the people who have done them and how they've changed their reviews and done it about 5 times in different names in the matter of days, I showed you that. And then you see how they're coming and still trying to defend their actions. Oh no, I'm not racist. Just admit what you are. Keep it real. Keep it honest and real. We know where you go. We know you was in Manchester. We know. But hey, we're not going into that. The point is, don't let no one judge you. And they're doing bad and they can't even see their own bad. Because who's to say your bad's not worse than my bad or my bad's worse than yours? There's a lot of people out there that will think trying to bully a black businessman is worse than trying to make a living. Because you're trying to bring down someone in a racial and derogatory way, where I was just committing crimes because I was a young child who lived alone at the time, never lived around my mother or my father at that time, and my own house, and I was committing crime. I can accept where I was going wrong. I can accept that I've changed my life and I don't commit crime now. But here's a grown-ass man trying to tell me that my 107 charges is not... What did he say? Let's have a look what he actually says. He'd come on there and he says, what an absolute credit to society. Your parents must be thrilled. To tell him, yes, you know what? My parents are thrilled. You know why? I've actually been told, I actually says to him, you may say that to me in like a rhetorical question, but one thing I can say, I've actually had my mother and father tell me they're proud of me. I actually have. So although you may say my mother and father, oh, they must be proud, in fact, they have told me they are proud. So although you may not know that, you may not believe that, actually think to yourself, when the last time your parents told you you was proud? You couldn't answer. Go and have a look at the videos. He's such an idiot. He doesn't even know how to respond. Trying to talk eloquently, but when you're talking eloquently and I'm a ghetto man that don't care about your eloquent, I'm listening to the words you say, it don't wash for me. Some people may hear someone thinking, oh, they're posh and they're talking sense. No. Listen to what they're saying. You may realise they're talking crap. Real life. So this dude on there talk about what an absolute credit to society, but here he is using social media, using whatnot, using other platforms to spite abuse. Now, my mum will never see me trying to bully anyone online or in person. None of my crimes are down to me bullying anyone. Yet alone, he can't bully me anyway. I phoned him individually, he doesn't want to meet. So why are you doing this? Why are you trying to antagonise someone online? Because, again, when I go back to the message, there's some people in life that will like to judge you, but they can't look at themselves. And if they can't look at themselves and you can see a lot of bad wrong with them, do you care what they say about your bad? Do you really care? Does it even matter that they think they do good because they may do good for show, for their job? Some people just do good because it's in their heart. And for me, no one can judge me because I do so much good in my life just because of my heart. Not for no money, not to share it with people, not to make people think, oh, he's a good lad. No, I just do it because this is what my heart's telling me to do. Whether it's due to the teachings of my mother and my parents, whether it's down to me being Muslim, whether it's me going in the ghetto and going in a ghetto where people actually show each other love and respect, whether you've got something or not. I was saying to my partner yesterday, it's quite funny, because I was loving this and I said, you know what, it's my life that's taught me this. It's me being around, actually, no disrespect to people that smoke Class A's, or it's not something I do and not something I'm on, but I'm going to keep it very real. There's a lot of people I've seen that smoke Class A's that will show each other better love than people that walk around like they've got everything. Yeah? I've seen people, and I said it to my partner, in my previous life, I've already been arrested for charges, so you can't come back to me for anything, and I don't do crimes now. Yeah? But recognising when I was doing that life of living the trap style lifestyle, and I've got houses and places with little smokers in. Some of these smokers, yeah, they used to invite a lot of people into the house. And now for me as someone in the house, I thought it was a lot bait, it was hot, I don't need so many you in here, some of you have to go. But then when you start actually looking and realising why they actually are so many in the house, I started to realise some of these people are actually just trying to give someone else somewhere to sleep. You know, like there's people out here that see people on the street, they've got spare bedrooms, they've got spare houses, but they will walk past the people on the street. They will walk past them. They've got somewhere right now they could put them for free, but they walk past them. And then I looked at the crackers, and I'm looking at the crackers and thinking, wow, they won't see that person going go sleep on the street. I've had crackers say to his mate, no, you ain't going to sleep out there, mate. You sleep out there too much. You're staying in here tonight. You and your dog. So when you start to realise, some people actually, where people are looking down on people, actually have a lot of love and care for some people. They actually look out for each other, and that's something I also saw in the ghetto. Whereas there's a lot of people that will look down on the black kids standing on the corner. They may look down on the black kids that are doing crimes over here, but then they miss that this black kid stopped those kids from fighting when they came home from school. You lot are not fighting. You don't know that these black kids stopped this young girl who's coming home from school from being assaulted by a drunk white man. No one's saying this. No one says that, oh, you know what, in the ghetto, if people see elders and they're struggling in any way, we will jump out of our way to help these elders. And I'm going to be very frank here, because this is where I say some of us do good, some of us do bad. We need to recognise the good we do and recognise everybody does good. We can't judge no one unless they're really doing immoral crimes. Their moral crimes don't fit into this category. I'm talking about just everyday, little bad crimes, spitting on someone, having a fight, robbing something, taking something. Yes, we know they're all bad, but everybody has got energies for people that do things bad, but themselves. And I'm going to go into it, and I'm going to keep it real now, as I say. I used to laugh, because when I grew up in West Bromwich, and yes, in the times of growing up, at times we used to just stand up outside a little pub and a little bookies, and that was our little spot, doing whatever we're doing. Yeah? There was bus stops outside that bus stop, and people were always at those bus stops, like old people, young people, people with kids, people with shopping. And when you actually stand there and people are looking and judging you, like they all judge you, like, oh, they're just ghetto youth selling drugs, don't really care about them, they got nothing else to do, they're not at college. Some of us are, but it doesn't really matter. No one knows, no one asked. Some of us were working, but it didn't really matter. It's just the things we were doing, we were looked down on. But then when they are standing there and they are struggling, or someone can't get on the bus because the bus drivers told them they can't get on the bus, and we're now paying for this person to get on the bus, we're now helping the elderly person with the shopping, and you look at the people that were all standing around them, they all had the same thought plan on us. But it didn't really matter, because as I said to you on the previous videos, the fact that I could have someone judge me and then I can just make you smile makes me smile even more, because I've now done something good to you and you was always judging me, and now you're going to second guess me, and you're going to second guess the other black boy over there, or the other ghetto white you, or the other ghetto Asian you, because they're from the ghetto and they're not from the life you seem to understand. But again, it's back to the original point. We all do good. Some people don't want to see the good people do. They want to talk about the negative they do. As the same as it comes with what happened at the weekend. There's a lot of people marching there talking about asylum seekers do this, and they want England to be all English again. But the amount of crimes that they were committing while doing this, crimes that these asylum seekers aren't committing, remember. They're not out there just punching people in the face. They're not out there trying to antagonize people. They're not out there trying to surround and crowd and bully people. Do we see this happening? No, we don't. So they're out there committing so much atrocities, talking about other people's atrocities. Is that not a... Like, come on. So these are the type of people that we need to stay away from. These are the type of people, when they are judging you, you ignore them. And in fact, you don't even ignore them. Tell them what they're doing wrong. Tell them, point out their mistakes and ask them questions. Because a lot of people like to question your bad, but they don't want you to question theirs. They want you to talk about their good, but they don't want you to talk about yours. No. That's not how it is. So, the little message, I'm going to read it again for everyone because I think it's a beautiful message that, as I say again, it's meant for him because he asked the question. But real life, it's meant for everyone because we all judge, we all sin, we all do good. Who can we judge other than ourselves? Who do we care about who judges us other than our own opinion of ourselves? So, honestly, mate, I just always remember I have done so much good and so much bad in my life, but so has everyone else. Whether their good actions are bigger or smaller than mine, that takes nothing away from the good I have done. Whether their bad actions were bigger or smaller than mine, I still done bad and need to repent and ask for mercy. When we start to recognise we can't judge others for good bad actions, we start to realise no one can judge us other than ourselves and the one up above, if you believe. When we remember that daily, it doesn't matter what we've done before. All that matters is how we feel about it and what we will do to change bad to good or enhance the good we do. So as you see here, I've lived a colourful life. But I can always say I weren't as bad as some. And even though I live like this, I've still done so much good. This all reminds me the key message daily. It doesn't matter what you've done before. Unless it's some PDF kind of assault on women, assault on children crime, yeah? It doesn't matter. It only matters how you act afterwards. Or in a nutshell, accept ourselves before we ask others to accept us. As if we can't look back and forget how do we expect others to? And that's the real life. Some people would love me to think I'm a criminal. Some people would love me to, my partner reminds me, luckily, I'm ghetto. I keep saying I'm from the ghetto. I'm going to be ghetto. When I've got £1 billion in my bank, I'm going to be ghetto still because I'm going to be ghetto to the rights of what I knew. I'm going to know what's right and wrong. I'm not going to be getting money and forgetting that I'm from the ghetto. We don't play with kids. We don't attack women. I'm not going to forget that just because I'm now... No, we're from the ghetto and we can't forget that. We don't allow people to bully people for their race, their money, their looks, their sex, anything. We don't allow it. That's how we deal with things in the ghetto. There's a lot of people that live in these so-called rich worlds. They watch atrocities all the time, but then they may want to march. Forget them. Forget them. Forget them. Focus on yourself. Don't let them judge us. As I say, the same message for the Muslims, same message for the asylum seekers even. If you're over in, you're committing no crime, don't let these racist, fascist fools bully you out of the place. You're here for one reason. Don't allow the bullies to get you. Because they're bullies. And that's it. They can't bully people on a normal day. Remember this. These actions are from regular people in everybody's normal day. They're working in jobs now, they own businesses, they drive you to work, they're in the schools, they're police officers. These are the type of people you are seeing out there. So as I said to you before, don't be worried about them. Let them come out and march, make them show us who they are. Because when they show us who we are, as regular people, we can just cut them out. They're trying to cut and segregate people up so they can take control of one sector people and one sector people like this. And no, don't make them segregate the real good people. Make the dirty crosses stay over there. And that's how I'm going to kind of end it today because, as I say, I'm still fasting. Don't know how my mouth's like, no, that made my mouth's all dry and stuff. But yeah, we're fasting, we need to calm down. But also we need to recognise, focus on ourselves. Stop focusing on everybody else. If you look on people's YouTubes, all they do is chat about people. I may chat about people, but I'll always relate to my life and my good and bad. So let's all do that. Focus on yourself. The sooner we all focus on doing our own good, the sooner we start seeing all the good around us. The less people start highlighting other people's bads and forgetting their own, the less people want to argue and segregate about people's bads and put a one group of people the same. Because as I say, just because one white person is racist does not make every white person racist, does it? So it doesn't make one black man that sells drugs, doesn't mean every black man sells drugs. Doesn't mean every Asian man is trying to get young girls just because one Asian man done it. And this is what we need to remember. We're all individuals. We all do good. We all do bad. It's for us to recognise our own good and for us to recognise our bad. Change our bads to positives and enhance our goods. So yeah, thank you for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos today. And I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day.